Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. From the one to the many, and the many to the one. Peace and power to the family, cosmic consciousness, the soul control family and soul tribe. I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. Operating in the truest, highest version of your authentic self. All 12 aspects or houses of yourself in harmony and balance. Get this dragon blood going. Welcome to a protected space, as always. If you find yourself visiting, hopefully you leave better than you appeared. That's the aim. Otherwise, you will leave as you came. You hear me? With that being said, and the importance in that being said is due to the fact that the more light we raise, the more darkness gonna present itself. And when I say that, I don't mean external darkness, but external darkness or darkness in others may present itself. Partly. But more so, I'm talking about the darkness within oneself. The things that will surface to show us that it's still much more work to be done. Because if we're on the planet, there's still much more work to be done. Because there's a lot going on the planet. And hopefully whatever darkness it is that we still have to cleanse, clear, and transmute is showing itself to us, before us, so we can deal with it. Because there's a lot shifting, not just on the planet, and us, family. Either you see it, you feel it, you hear it. But it's no secret. It's a lot shifting, not just on the planet, and it's going on within us. Some gonna doubt it. Some gonna take it for a game. And some gonna get the healing necessary to get through what they had to get through, to continue to find themselves in a better place, do whatever we gotta go through. And if you find yourself in that last category, the healing category I just mentioned, then give yourself a round of applause, because you've been doing some work. You deserve it. You hear me? If ain't nobody else giving you applause, I'm gonna give you one, because you deserve it. But the reason that's important, if you find yourself in the healing category, because you probably also find yourself with less baggage, and where there's less baggage, there's more laughter. I'm gonna say it again. Where there's less baggage, there's more laughter. So I'm feeling good for no reason at all. Y'all hear me? A little bit more light in here. That's why I wore yellow, because, I wanted to bring more light to the world. A little bit more light than I already bring to the world. I wore yellow to bring some more light to the world. So if you want to bring more light than you already bring to the world, wear something bright. I don't know who that's for, but that's for somebody. Yeah, you find yourself in the healing category. You find yourself lighter. You find yourself more brighter. You find yourself feeling good for no reason at all. You find yourself having more laughter, experiencing more laughter, and able to make others laugh. How can we prepare our actions to propel our actions? How can we prepare our actions to propel our actions? Well, one way is learn how to feel good for no reason at all. You hear me? Prepare your actions to propel your actions. That means we have to be in a preventative mentality. Y'all know I have to find something to come up with, but I really don't have to try to do anything. It's just content, man. I just write it down. We have to prepare our actions to propel our actions. That means be in a preventative mentality. Well, what is a preventative mentality? preventative health. That means do what's necessary to stay healthy before you get sick. Preventative happiness. That means to do what's necessary for your personal happiness, because nobody else can make us happy. Only we can make ourselves happy. So that means to do whatever necessary to stay in a place where we can feel happy in our own being, and therefore experience the happiness that others may have to share. That means preventative fitness. Preventative mentality is what we talk about. So preventative fitness, what does that mean? That means taking care of your physical body, whether exercising or weightlifting, jogging, jumping rope, whatever it is, so your bones stay conditioned and durable. Preventative family. How? Now, what's a preventative family mentality? Well, being aware of the toxicity, as well as being aware of where it is not. Being aware of what's our place in the toxicity, and being aware of where we are not. Being aware of where we can be a bridge, and being aware of where we cannot. Being aware of where we can have better relationships with certain family members, and being aware of where we cannot. I think we get the picture. Preventative mentality. To prepare our actions so that it can propel our actions, we're going to have to exercise a preventative mentality. Now, I don't know which one of those categories under preventative mentality may apply to you. It may be one, it may be all. But find a preventative mentality. Write a list. My point is, and work. We got to have a preventative mentality about work too, because work can't overload all the rest of the other areas. Work is the #1 killer across the nation. It don't get the credit. It don't get the credit or the spotlight. You hear me? But we're in a time where we should be so elevated. My point in saying these things, family, is because it's 2022-6. Balance, harmony, alignment, ascension. And we behind schedule. The reason why I say we behind schedule, because we're in a time where we should be so elevated that the things that's coming up, we should already be past them. The things we've had to go through, we shouldn't have had to go through, but we did have to go through. And hopefully enough of us is in a space, a mental space, to realize that whatever we had to go through was necessary for us to go through it, for us to experience this time of enlightenment, of waking up, of being woke, of being of ascension, whatever you call it, you know. It was necessary. And in the necessity of it, we got to see both sides of ourselves, the light and the dark, the good and the bad. We got to understand the masculine and the feminine. We got to understand the difference between the polarities of the two energies. We got to experience, for the first time in our lives, many of us are really beginning to experience what it is to be, to actually be in your own body, to actually feel our own body, to feel the different energies that come through us, and that's our makeup, that is our makeup. And go through the experiences of how DNA, unravels and opens itself up and releases information to us. It's been a journey, family, and I'm loving it. Our DNA don't communicate to us like our brain communicate to us. You know, that's one of the things I realized. I could be proven wrong, but what I'm sharing just is where it's coming from in me and my personal journey. And when we hear things like Akasha Records, you know, you can't go to it like a book. You know, it's an energetic space, you know, that's in our beings that reveals itself to us through concepts. So we have to pay attention to what's coming through our consciousness. It's important to pay attention what's coming through our consciousness, because a lot of us are awakening our Akashic records, and we're not paying attention to what it's showing us, to what it's telling us, to what we're feeling. It's important to know what inspires us and fires us up and what don't. It's important to be able to work on building our intuition, because we need to see things before they happen, so we instead of seeing it when we're in the jam mud and it's already happened. Disease causes disease, and the sick and the mind of sickness will draw you to sickness. Why is that important? Because we can't be distracted by the things that's not important. There's a lot of shifting going on, family, not just on the planet, but within us. I said that to say because I'm moving in a time-sensitive manner. Welcome to the new normal. I don't know what your old normal was, or what you thought the normal was going to be, but whatever you create now is what will be your new normal. So, welcome to the new normal. I hope we have acquired all the experiences necessary to know how to build and create and continually move forward from the present space that we find ourselves in this moment, through the many places that we find ourselves going in this moment. We had to endure a lot of things to come into these realizations that we're able to sit amongst each other, stand amongst each other, embrace each other, and share knowledge, wisdom, and insight through. I say that to say, understanding yourself, understanding oneself is power. Learning how to unconditionally love yourself will be your freedom. Forgiving yourself will be your peace. And being yourself will be your authority. As I said previously, some gonna doubt it. Some gonna think this is a trick. And some gonna hear something I say and find something they can use to help them in their healing process. I don't deal in trickery and I don't deal in deceit. And one way you could tell is by me saying this: if I can't appreciate myself, will I be able to appreciate you? But you can see it. If I really got the love or source, divine, God, whatever we want to call it, in me, would I deny you or seeing it in yourself? Would I make you feel that you're not worthy of being that same thing? I'm gonna show us how to see. No, I wouldn't do that at all. I would let you know that I see you as I see myself. So if I call myself a creative source, all mine, God, Orisha, what have you. I mean, I see that in you too. We all angels. We just gotta find it. The divine that I love in me, I love it in you. Have I always been in this space? Nah, I'd be lying. Have I always been in this place with myself? Yes. But now I'm in a place where if I see I see God everywhere. In order to see it in myself, in order to activate it in myself to its wholeness, I must see it everywhere. Nature, the birds, squirrels, it will bear witness that everything that I'm saying is truth. When you activate it in yourself, you will know it for you. With that being said, y'all know the motto, feel good for no reason at all. You don't need a reason to. Stillness, abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Peace and power to the family. Y'all stay up. One.